Hello. This video is about manifesting a romantic relationship or partnership. And I'm making this video because oftentimes when I do a reading, people either ask me questions about finances or their job or career. And the other big question is romance. Will my relationship with so-and-so succeed, or when will I manifest my ideal partner? So I'd like to address that with you today and talk about some of the things that are going to improve your chances for manifesting this ideal partnership. And I'll also show you one little activity that you can do. And you can repeat this activity. Just make sure that as you do it each time that you are actually releasing the energy. Okay? Don't worry over it or look back, but really release that energy and keep that energy going in a really positive way. Okay, so the first thing that I'd like to point out is that wanting a romantic relationship is very normal. Not only is it a biological need that we have, but emotionally and spiritually, we yearn for this partnership, for this togetherness, this completeness. Because when we are on the other side in spirit, we are joined with all of the spiritual realm. So on earth, we feel very alone. And so wanting a romantic relationship is very, very natural. We want love. It's a human need. Okay, so there's nothing wrong with wanting that in your life. Okay, it doesn't mean you're weak or that anything's wrong with you at all. Okay, but there are some things that you need to consider in order to be able to bring that romantic partnership into your life. I want you to remember that like attracts like. Okay? If you want to attract a loving relationship into your life and attract somebody that really cares for you and loves you, then you're going to need to care for and love yourself. Okay? Self-esteem, self-love, self-appreciation is very, very important here. Okay? If you don't love you, why should anybody else? I mean, that's pretty harsh to say something like that, but it's the truth. That's the way it works. Okay, like attracts like. So if you have loving feelings toward yourself, then you will attract those feelings from others as well. Okay, you're going to need to try and balance that and find ways to appreciate that. So before you do anything else, I would really work on you recognizing the divine in yourself and appreciate you and love and know that you are loved infinitely by the divine. Okay? Energy follows the path of least resistance. Okay, so that means that if there already is somebody in your life and you want to manifest a better relationship, your chances of doing that are much greater than if there isn't somebody in your life most of the time. Okay, so if there's somebody that's interested in you, then doing this manifesting is going to attract that person and bring them closer to you. Okay, so be open and consider that. Like attracts like, energy follows the path of least resistance. Okay, the next thing we need to consider is the free will aspect. Now, you hear about people advertising that they will do love spells for you, and a lot of the time their well, don't want to say a lot of the time, but a lot of their activities are maybe not even very legitimate. They may be preying on your gullibility. Okay, so consider that too. If you're feeling desperate, it's not a good time to be manifesting this into your life. You need to consider why you're feeling so desperate. Okay, work on you. I always say that. Work on you first, okay, before you go trying to work on other people and fix other people. And I'm in the same boat as everybody else, okay? So I'm talking about what we all need to do. We all need to work on ourselves constantly. So we have this free will aspect. Uh, when people are trying to work these love charms and love spells, some very negative things can happen there. If you have no idea whether they're interested in you or not, trying to do one of these activities could result in some violation of free will and a lot of regrets later on. I'm not going to go into a lot of detail on it, but just trust me on this, okay? You don't want regrets later on. Be careful what you ask for because you might get it. Okay, I tell people be specific when you're manifesting. Be really, really specific. Asking for abundance isn't enough. If you want more money in your life, you're going to have to ask for more financial prosperity in your life. People have tried to manifest abundance in their life and they have brought an abundance of all kinds of things. Okay, so it's the same with the romantic angle. All right, you could manifest something that turns out to not be at all what you wanted. Okay, and the abundance issue, you might have an abundance of debt, an abundance of termites in your house. All kinds of things could go wrong. With the abundance of or with the manifesting a romance, you may manifest somebody that looks like your ideal person. But were you specific in how they would act, how they would feel, what kind of person they are in their heart? Isn't that more important? Okay, so a lot of women have ended up with really fantastic looking guys because they manifested that, but they forgot to include somebody who would be faithful, somebody who would be caring, and they ended up with somebody that they didn't want. And in worst case scenario, this person could be extremely controlling. So make sure you're very, very specific when you're manifesting a relationship. And the last thing I want to say is, once again, be open. Be open to the possibilities. If somebody comes along and you say, "No, I don't think so," give it a second look, give it a second thought. There have been lots of cases, and I've known people personally who were not really attracted to a first person the first time they met them. But once they got to know that person, they found out that that person was their soulmate, was the ideal person for them. So please, please be open to the possibilities, okay? All right. As far as a little activity that you could do to enhance your chances for manifesting, I'm going to show you one thing I do. Once again, I love to use candles, so we'll talk about a little candle activity that you can do and using some fire energy here. Timing for this activity would be when the moon is in the sign of Libra or Taurus, because both of those signs are ruled by Venus. Okay, even though the moon may be in a particular sign, that sign could be ruled by another planet. Okay, so those two signs, Libra and Taurus, are ruled by Venus. Okay, the angel that you might want to work with here is Jophiel. Okay, Jophiel. Jophiel is all about beauty, romance, and love. Okay, wonderful angelic energy to work with. And so you may address Jophiel when you're making and writing your petition. Okay. Other things you'll need would be either a plain tea light candle, and I have a little pinkish reddish candle holder to put this in, or if you want to enhance this relationship energy even more, you could get a little red candle. This one is poppy scented, so it brings in some of that passion. Okay, so if you want more passion to be included here, then go for red. I also have a couple of roses. I have a red rose for the passion, a pink rose for the romance, and so you might even just pick a bouquet of roses up at the market or the florist, and make sure that they smell good, okay? Because this red one especially is really fragrant, and you want to use the sense of smell to enhance your energy as well. So as you're doing this, and the candle is burning later, smell that wonderful rose fragrance. Roses have very, very high vibrational energy, and we associate roses with angelic energy as well. Okay, I also have a little pink notepad. This teeny little sticky notepad is just the perfect size for this kind of an activity. All right, you're going to address Archangel Jophiel, and that's spelled Jophiel, and sometimes people substitute the PH with an F, so either way will work. And you might say, write something like, please help me manifest my ideal romantic partner, or you could say husband or boyfriend. I'm going to leave that up to you, in a positive way. Okay? Thank you, and then sign your name. Now you're going to have to write small, okay? You could sign your name on the back if you want to, but be sure to address it to Archangel Jophiel. Okay? The other way you could phrase it, if you already know someone that you're interested in and you think that it's probably a good match, you could say, write Archangel Jophiel, please bring, with the name of the person, and me closer together in our romantic relationship or partnership in a positive way. Thank you. Okay, so I want to keep this really positive, and we don't want to violate people's free will. Okay? Trying to bind somebody to you is not a good idea, ever. Okay? So I've written on this little sticky note piece of paper, and I'm going to fold it 3 times. So 1, so I've got a little triangle, 2, and 3. And it'll be the perfect size to slip between the little tea light and the candle holder. Now, if you don't have the right color candle holder, don't worry about it. Just use whatever you got. You might have an angel candle holder. Just pick these little tea light holders are real easy to find. And so you're going to slip that paper between the candle and in the bottom of the tea light holder. Okay? Then you're going to light the candle, meditate on that candle and that energy that's going out. Smell that wonderful rose. Close your eyes and you're going to visualize what it looks like to be in a loving, wonderful soulmate relationship. And just remember, it's all about energy. Feel that energy flow and know that it is working. Thank you, and happy manifesting.